Hello and welcome to the very first tutorial of Milliways games. Okay, so in this tutorial I'm going to tell you how you can pick an object using the predefined animation of the character. Alright, so before going further, let me show you what I mean. Okay, so let me play this. Okay, as you can see, the character has idle animation and picking up an object, now sitting and drinking a whiskey here, and you see that he's picking up a glass and leaving the glass on a table. So this is what we're going to achieve. If you notice that this is not from IK, but if you notice, this is already there is already a sitting and drinking animation I have, which I have collected from the Mixamo, and even you can get it from the Unity asset store as well. There are a lot of animation packages available, and this character is humanoid, and I have a sitting and drinking animation. Now I combined this object with that like animation. Alright, so the moment the hand of the character is at the table, like when he about to pick an object, then I have to raise an event from the animation that the character want to pick an object. So that method is going to call, and the object will be picked by the character. So let me show you how you can do this. Alright, so I just remove this. Okay, so my environment is already set it up. I have this player table and all this stuff. I mean, now to be noted here, this is a very basic coding stuff. Alright, and this is for a beginner. Now if you want to go into deeper, then this is not the efficient way of doing, like picking an object or throwing an object or leaving an object. IK, inverse kinematic, is the best and the recommended way of doing it if you go deeper into the game, or you have a big title like AAA title or a big game you are making. Alright, now in this here, but it is good, like this basic thing is good if you need a lively ambience, like if you're making some kind of a restaurant scene or somewhere and people are eating, drinking, all this stuff, then you must have all those animation, and using those animation you can make a character to pick object. Alright, so let's start how we can create this. Alright, so my environment is set up. I have this boss character. The name of the character is boss here. I have chair, table, and all this stuff. And let me quickly, now if I go to the boss, there is already a pickup script available. So I have the pickup script already ready, but I'm going to create in front of you. So I'll just remove this component from here and let's start fresh. Okay, so first thing, let me just create a folder here and call this a tutorial. So now in this tutorial I'm going to create a new script and call this a pick object pick obj script. Okay, now I'm going to put this pick obj script to my character here, so this boss. Okay, so just drag and drop it here. Now either you can add component from here, also you can select the pick object, or you simply drag and drop over the character. Now I have this pickup script. Let's open it up in the Mono Develop or in Visual Studio, whatever you have configured. It's quite slow. Where is the script? Okay, all right. I'm sorry for the delay. I mean, this is quite slow here. Come on, bro. Alright, so now we have the script. Now the first thing, we need to create some objects and variables here. So first thing we needed is a public. Why public? Because so that I can set it from the inspector, but you can also take a serialized field if you do not want your object to be accessed by other class. Then you can take the serialized field. Because of the serialized field flag, you can see this property in the inspector, but you cannot access this property from other files. Alright, so I just take the public here. Okay, so public game object, we need first a pick object, like the object we need to pick, for example a glass. So we're going to refer a glass here. Now the second thing we need a game object body type. Now why body type? Okay, so this body type is nothing but the hand, either it's a left hand or the right hand. So you have to put that left hand right hand object into the pickup script so that he knows that when the left hand is nearby the glass, then I have to pick that object. Alright, now the second is we need a game object parent. Now when the character has picked up that object, then I need to because this pickup object is right now does not have any parent, it is in global, it's in world, but I need to set this pickup object into the left hand. So I have to create a game object, a parent over there, to at which I set this pickup object. Alright, now the fourth is required a vector3 original. I need to store the original position of the object, because when the player is going to pick that object, then I have to drop it back. So I need to know that from where he picked that object. So I need the original position of the object. So I just say obj original position, and same for, we need a rotation as well. So obj original rotation as well. Now in the start function, we need to store this object original position and object original rotation, but before that we need to check that if pickup object is not equal to null, because if it's null, then we cannot set it, we will get the reference exception. So then if it's not null, then obj original position equal pick object dot transform dot position, and obj original rotation is equal to pick object dot transform dot rotation. That's right. So we have stored the original position and rotation of the pickup object. Now we don't require an update function, so just let's remove it. And now we need one function which is say public void on pickup. Now what happened if you have picked that object? So on pickup we need to set the parent of the pickup object, and we also have to identify calculate the distance between the hand and the pickup object. If distance is so wide, then obviously you cannot pick that object. So the hand must have a contact with the pickup object. First we need to check that if pickup object is again not equal to null. So here now we need a distance. So how do we calculate a distance here? We calculate distance through a vector 3. Okay, no, the distance actually, yeah, I mean, you call this distance. Okay, and this will give me the non-normalized vector. So, and we need to set the distance from pickup object dot transform dot position minus body type dot transform, sorry, body type dot transform dot position. So we are calculating a distance between the pickup object and a body type, like from the left hand or the right hand. Okay, so we say float magnitude is distance dot magnitude, and this will give me a magnitude here. Turns the length of this vector. Okay, so we have a distance dot magnitude here. Now we need to check that if my magnitude is less than or equal to, let's say, a point to f, a very marginal distance, because we cannot say that the distance should be 1 or 2 here. We only need 0.2 distance. I mean, a very small distance we require. And if the left hand is very much closer to the object, then we pick that object. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say pick object dot transform dot set parent. We need to set the parent, and that's a parent. Now if you're setting a parent of any object, obviously parent could be at any position in the world, and right now the pickup object is also in the world. Now when you're going to set the parent to that object, then you need to set the local position of that object to 0, because after that the position of that object will be handled by the parent. Okay, so I just simply say pickup object dot transform dot local position is equal to vector 3 dot 0. That's right. So this is what we needed and on pickup. Now we need one more method to a on drop. Okay, so on drop we're going to do is sorry, it's void. Again we check pickup object should not be null. Now here, the moment you say, then we simply say pickup object, we have to remove the object from its parent and put it back to the world. So we say transform dot parent equal to null. Now we do not have to set the parent is null now, and set the position here. Pickup object dot transform dot position equal to original position of the object, and pickup object dot transform dot rotation is equal to object original rotation. I think this is all we needed here. So let's go back to the Unity and let's see if we get any kind of error here. It says the parent has some invalid argument. Alright, okay. The set parent require a transform, and we have, oh okay, so the parent is a type game object, so either you take transform or you simply just replace this to transform. Yeah, that's right. Now let's go back to Unity, and do we have any error? No, the errors are cleared. Alright, so now attach this script to the boss, which we have already done that. So this requires pickup object, body type, and parent. Okay, so we have this small glass here. So this is my pickup object. So I'm going to I'm going to put this, drag and drop onto the pickup object here. Now we need a parent, so let me just go down to the boss. You have to find the because according to the animation, the player is picking up the glass with the right hand, so I need to go deep down into the hierarchy and check where is my right hand. Alright, so just go down to the skeleton hierarchy of the player character and just go down spine 2. Okay, so it should be inside the right shoulder. We have this right arm here, we don't need that. Right arm is something here, so let's go yeah, this is right. We have a right hand. As you can see that I have already created a holder here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you just right click and create an empty game object and name it to the holder as I here. So let me just select it from here, show you how you can do that. And holder, now zoom it a bit here. Okay, now I'll see that where is my holder, and my holder is somewhere here, which is not good. So let me just change its position, because the glass should be picked from at this point, not here, from here. So I just put it on top here. We'll change the position later on. Once we create the animation, then we will change its position. Okay, I think this is better. So now this is my holder, this is my parent for the object, and so I just drag and drop it onto the parent. Now the body type is right arm, so just drag and drop the body type right arm to the sorry, not right arm, this is right hand. I'm really sorry for that. Alright, so the character is set up to pick up that object, but we haven't called these functions. How to call this function? Now that's what the important part here. Okay, so if I go to my assets and go down, you will see, okay, so this is here. I have this animation, I have all this animation clip here. Okay, so now if I select a sitting and drinking, you will see that I have this animation sitting and drinking here. Okay, now if we go down to the sitting and drinking animation, you will you may get all this here, or you may have different clips, like the separate clips for the animation, but obviously you can add those animation here, or if you would like to so what are we going to do here is, now if your character does not come up with this clips, like added clips here, then what you're going to do is, then you can select the clip, you can choose the clips. Let's say a sitting and drinking, you can select this script and just go to the window and animation here. Here you can see all this animation. Alright, and from here also you can put the events and other stuffs. Alright, so now let me go back to the model here, and let's go to the sitting drink. Now how do I call these two on pickup and on drop function from the animation, like exactly at the moment when the hand of the player is here? Okay, so if you go down to the event, you will see here events. Okay, now if I go to events, you will see that okay, so this is the event. All right, now I need to create an event inside the animation, and will call and put a name of the function which I need to call, and also give the object like the script which hold that that function. Okay, now that script must be attached to the object which contains an animator, because the animator controller is going to run that animation, and then animation identify the script attached to the object which has animator controller, and call the function call the function which you have given here. Now let me show you how I done that. Okay, so I have already done that, so let me just remove it from here. Let me remove it from here as well. Alright, now if I go, so first you need to know where the player is trying to pick up glass. So he is going, now you can simply drag this from here to see where the animation. Now here at this point the player is picking up a glass or picking up an object. So at this point I'm going to add a key event. So just click on this button here, add event, and this is going to add an event here. If I see, you see this blue icon here. Now this requires the name of the function you want to use. So I'll say I want to use on pickup. Now let me clarify, this is on pickup. Okay, so say, sorry, capital U, on pickup. You don't need to, like, if you're passing any argument to here, like suppose I need some argument here, then obviously you can use float int and string, but we don't have any argument, then it's okay. Now this requires an object, so we need to give this a script. Okay, so we have this on pickup object script here. So just click on this icon and select pickup object script. That's it. This is for pickup. Now we also need to drop the glass. So let's go let's again use this and see where the character is dropping a glass. So here somewhere, okay, not this, that's too far. Somewhere here. Alright, so again click on the add event. Now the event is added. I'll select this event and say on leave. Okay, that's on drop, and the script will be same. If you click on this event, this is on pickup and this is on drop. Now apply, hit apply, and it will configure this animation clip with the event. So you just have to wait a bit. I'm getting this bit of handle is invalid, so don't worry about that, just click on the cancel. Okay, so now the events are attached with the animation pretty well. Let's go to my now. So we, as you have seen, that we have attached the script to the boss. Okay, and also given all the required object. Now we need to set the animator controller. For this we already have this boss controller here, so I just remove this. First you need to add the component of the, so let's move this here. Now select the boss character. You need to set the animator controller, which is a mechanim animator controller, and through that animator controller we're going to give this an idle animation and the sitting up drinking animation. Now when alright, so this is how we do it. Okay, so just type animator. We require an animator controller. Now this requires two things. The first is the animator controller and second is the avatar. Now when you load an FBX model, the avatar always come with that. So you just have to select that avatar. My avatar is boss avatar, so I select that, and now I need to select the animator controller. So let's create a new animator controller. So I just go to the tutorial folder and create a new animator controller. Right click, create new animator. Sorry, this is the wrong one. I have created a animator override controller. No, you need an animator controller here, and I call this a player controller. It's my player. Now select the boss, select the character, and drag and drop this player controller onto this. Now to open this player controller, select your character, and from window select animator window. Okay, now here we need to set the animation of my player. So let me go to my animation clips and see which animation we need to set. So first I need to set the idle animation, right? So where is the idle animation? There's sitting and drinking, pause, jump. Where is the idle animation? Rest. Okay. It must be here, or we can just simply take. Alright, let's do one thing. Let's take a sitting and drinking. Sitting and drinking. Yeah, this is the animation we require. Sorry. Yes, this is the animation we require. So simply drag and drop it here, and you know that this will become the default state. I'm not going to go deep into the mechanism here, but there are a lot of tutorials available for that. Stay tuned with the Milliways games, maybe we will come with a tutorial for that too. Alright, so a sitting and drinking animation here. Okay, so we have the controller to the person, and now the controller is set to the boss, and the pickup object script is also attached. Now let's see how this works. Everything is fine. So sitting and drinking, and now the character is not working. Wow, same problem. What is the problem? We have a player controller, we have a sitting and drinking. Now we have update sitting and drinking. We have the rig, which is humanoid, and my boss rig is also humanoid. What's the problem? Okay, let's see what the problem is. I think this should work. The player is not taking. The player is not taking it. Why is that? Okay. Let me check. What's the problem? This is my boss controller, and sitting, food, eating, idle, then it's moving to sitting and drinking, all this stuff. Nothing else is here. So the boss here, I think must. If I apply root motion, that doesn't work here. Something is happening with the player, but he's not. Something is not right with the player. Okay, the boss avatar. There are two boss avatar I have. Why? Yeah, let me choose the other one. That's right. You see, it's working, yeah. So he is picking up an object and then down. Alright, because the sitting and drinking is not looped, so I'm going to put this one more animation. It says sitting, food, eating, idle. This animation I needed, so I'll just put it here and set it as and put this, make a transition to sitting and drinking, and then again make transition back to the sitting and idle. Let's see how it works now. So he's idle, picking, drinking, putting it back, drinking again, putting it back. You see how it works? That working absolutely perfect. Now as you can see here, that this guy is drinking from his ear. I mean, because there's a problem with my character. I have taken this character from the Mixamo, so sometimes if the hierarchy of the character is not perfectly built up, then there might be a problem with the animation, because this animation I have taken it from different source, and this is from a Mixamo, so I mean it's not properly, I mean there are some problem. As you can see here, the neck of the character rotated to the left side, but which is not in the animation, but still it's happening. So there might be some problem in the skeleton or the body joints. Okay, but as you can see that our thing is working. Let me just zoom this. It was full screen. Yeah, as you can see, he's picking up the glass, drinking, and putting it back. See how it works? So this is how you can embed. You can pick any object you wanted. You can have like eating animation or the throwing animation. So just pick that object and throw it, and you know how to do that. You know how to raise those events from those animation. Alright, so now what is happening here is that the character is playing that animation, and as you know that we have created two events on pickup and on drop. So on pickup, when the animation reached to that part, it's going to raise the event and call this method on pickup. Now and same for the on drop. So this is how it works. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I would like you to please subscribe my channel and stay tuned with the Milliways games, and I would love to be back, and we'll back with a lot of amazing tutorials. Thank you so much.